Thank you for keeping our employees safe during all these hazardous conditions. Be with us through this council. Help us have the wisdom and the ability to make the right decisions. In your name we pray. Amen.
Council has a copy of the agenda. We entertain a motion. Motion to accept the agenda.
Second.
Motion and second. Discussion. Being none, all in favor, with show of hands. Thank you, Council. The minutes of the July 8, 2013 meeting. Lisa?
At the regular council meeting on Monday, July 8, 2013, Mayor Weaver called the meeting to order promptly at 6 p.m. He requested Lonnie Waters give the invocation. Mayor Weaver asked that the agenda be reviewed and approved by council. Councilmember Ann Morrow made a motion to approve the agenda as presented, and Councilmember Tony Fountain seconded the motion. Motion carried by unanimous vote. City Clerk Lisa Hall read the minutes of the June 3rd, 2013 regular meeting. Councilmember Tony Fountain made a motion to adopt the minutes as read, and Councilmember Ann Morrow seconded the motion. Motion carried by unanimous vote. Employee Lonnie Waters recognized the 4-H Safe Shooters team. There was no old business to discuss. Item A, under new business, Mayor Weaver read the resolution to adopt the 5-year plan update 2013 through 2017 for the Pickens County Joint Comprehensive Plan 2008 through 2028. Councilmember Jim Looney made the motion to adopt the resolution. Councilmember Allison Brown seconded the motion. Motion carried by unanimous vote. Item B, under new business, Mayor Weaver recommended the City Council the purchase of a hydro seeder using $15,000 of the $30,000 budgeted for an asphalt spreader, which will not be purchased in 2013. Councilmember Jim Looney made a motion to purchase the hydro seeder, and Tony Fountain seconded the motion. Motion carried by unanimous vote. Item C, under new business, Michael Castagna discussed the city's update of the Americans with Disabilities Act transition plan as required by the Department of Transportation in order to receive future federal financial assistance and federal grants. Under this requirement, the city must provide an updated grievance policy and procedure for disabled individuals pursuant to the Americans with Disabilities Act. City Attorney Bill Pickett stated that the policy complies with the Americans with Disabilities Act. Councilmember Allison Brown made the motion to adopt the policy. Councilmember Ann Morrow seconded the motion. Motion carried by unanimous vote. Economic developer Gary Nectar gave report to council. Finance Director Lisa Hall gave the financial report for the month of June 2013. Lonnie Waters gave the animal control report for the month of June 2013. Chief Greg Lovell gave a report of police activities for the month of June 2013. Chief Steve Roper gave a report of fire activities for the month of June 2013. Being no other business to come before council, the meeting was adjourned. Council scheduled the meeting to convene next at the regular meeting on August 12, 2013.
Entertain a motion to adopt.
I make a motion to accept the minutes as read.
You have a motion?
Second.
Motion and second. Discussion. Being none, all in favor, vote by show of hand. Thank you, Council. You have a copy of those minutes? The official copy?
No.
Okay. Council, the next item, old business. There is no old business. Go into new business. I'd like to call on Lisa again to explain item A under the new business dealing with the signatures of the bank.
We opened 2 accounts at Renaissance Bank, which y'all approved earlier in the year, at the end of last year, for hotel, motel, and confiscated assets purposes. The bank required that we put in the minutes who the signers are on the account. So y'all need to approve that Mayor John Weaver, Finance Director Lisa Hull, and Director, Economic Planning and Development Director Michael Castagna are signers on the account.
We entertain a motion.
I make a motion to approve the signatures of the 2 new accounts with Johnny Weaver, Mike Costanza, and Lisa Hall.
Get a second.
Second.
Motion and second. Discussion. Being none, all in favor, vote by show of hands. That's unanimous. Okay. Under item B, we have with us this evening the board, part of the board of the JYSA. We appreciate you being here tonight. And we invited you to be here so we could present you with a check again, but it'll be the real check this time. Council, I had an opportunity to go by quickly, and I apologize for the quickness of my meeting with you fellows and ladies Saturday, but we did get a photo shot of the large check with the group, and I'd like to do that again with the council and give you the real check if you smile properly tonight. So if you would please come forward, and this is just a formality that we can have you here. And this $6,000 that we're presenting is part of the money that we made with the mayor's golf tournament. So council, if you would gather around the front. And I think the number was 9,000 some odd.
Yeah.
And we're hoarding the rest of this so we can take care of the rest of the JYC.
Place out here, shall we? I know, with our cell phones.
This check's just warping more and more. Okay.
Y'all ready?
Thank you.
I can remember when we used to have cameras.
Thank you guys one more time. Give you the check. Appreciate you guys coming. I know you guys are in a hurry. And look, there we go. I think there's a check.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. We appreciate the job that you guys do. So, council, this group, as you know, provide a service for the citizens of Jasper and Pickens County on a volunteer basis. So, thank you so much.
Congratulations
Thank
to
you.
the
Thank you very much.
golf tournament organizers too. I know that's tremendous.
A lot of business tonight. That is the business this evening, council. We put you off 1 week, hoping that we would have more things to bring to you. We're still working on the audits, which I'm going to recognize Lisa just a moment, and we have the storms, et cetera, et cetera. We'll give you all those reports. But as far as action from the council, that's pretty much it. With that, we'll go into the mayor's report and recognize Jerry Nectavall. I just mispronounced your name. Nectavall. You didn't think about changing the name. Neck or Natal?
I'm going with Smith or Jones. I'm not sure about the Jones thing.
Stay away from Weaver, that's all.
That name is taken.
I already passed on Weaver, so. Well, I'm pleased to be with everyone this evening. The first thing that I want to share is that the old shoe plant on Hood Road has been placed under contract by a development group out of Canton. They plan to renovate it and set it up as a multi-tenant facility. They'll have some conceptual drawings out next week. I'm very pleased about it. I'm really extra pleased about it because in addition to the potential employment, they're going to name the building, so that way I can quit saying the old shoe plant. Right. And that's why we call it something else.
It'll always be the old shoe plant.
Like the leaf plant, it's gonna be the leaf plant.
Well, everybody may call it that, but I'm going with the new official name. But anyway, that's very good news, and obviously, you know, this concept I think will be very successful. That's what we looked at about a year ago when we were working with Restaurant Interior, so we know the concept is very sound. I had put them in connection with a local company that was looking to expand and needed some additional room, and they had a couple of opportunities as well. So again, I think this will be a very positive thing for the community. We also have a new project. It's a small manufacturing company. They've placed a contract on a building also in the city limits. They're going to move an existing operation here. It's relatively small, but they should be adding a couple of additional positions. They will require a certain skill set, but I think it will be a match for those within the community. And I'll be able to share some more information, hopefully by the next meeting about that. Next week, Congressman Doug Collins will host a marble industry roundtable at the Chamber of Commerce. It will also tour the Georgia Marble Quarry. I think this will be a good opportunity for local companies to talk about the industry, as well as talk about some issues that they may be having there. Perhaps he can offer them some assistance with. Also, as previously mentioned, new retail outlets are on the rise. I don't know if you've been by Mary Ann's, but it's been packed. I haven't been able to get in because I really just not big on standing in line, but I've heard it's excellent, and it's very good to see a locally owned business like that doing so well. There's some other things in the works. So again, I think it's a good indicator of the overall economic conditions. I think it indicates that they're on the rise because people seem to be spending, and people seem to be willing to take the risk to open up businesses. Last thing I want to share is that it appears that a contract on the 515 property will be offered at the end of the week. I expect Port Royal to sign it. That will take that issue off the table and allow them to focus on finalizing their financing. So that has not moved forward as rapidly as I expected, but it looks like they're finally going to wrap this up, and I think that's a very positive step. Overall, the activity is very high, several new projects in the works, and I really think this will be viewed as a turnaround year for our community. So I'm feeling very positive about the direction that we're heading. I'll be glad to answer any questions at this time. If not, I'll conclude my presentation for this month.
Congratulations, that's a good report. Some good news in there. Things paying off.
Okay, Michael, impromptu here, for the council's benefit, a few things that are going on as far as permits. Could you give us a quick report?
Yes,
just off your head, I didn't ask you to do this for me, Matt.
The Nelson Tractor out of Blue Ridge, they're putting up a building to get the Kubota dealership back in Pickens County. And also as you know, the Blue Star is being renovated for Tractor Supply. And as far as commercial, that's about it right now. We've got a couple of renovations on a couple of suites. The Kentucky Fried Chicken, if you noticed, AT&T took a small part. The big part, he wants to try to get a restaurant there. And if he can't get a restaurant there, he's going to put his own restaurant there, which is Bobby Cheeseburgers. That's really about it going on as far as commercial.
Thank you, Mike. Next, financial report, Lisa.
Included in your booklets, you've got a copy of the financial report. And I just wanted to mention a couple things on the water fund, Fund 505, and Fund 540. We had a vacation plan or something, but the revenues didn't get posted until August. Rather than make a bunch of adjustments that I would have to reverse, I'm just going to tell you what current period revenue should be. It shows 42,000 something on Fund 505, which is the water and sewer fund, and it should be 313,757. And on the Fund 540, which is the sanitation fund, it should be showing around $7,400, not $20. So, if y'all have any questions.
Well, we'll touch on this a little bit here in the financial report. As all of you are aware that the city and the county were hit very hard last Wednesday. We have road repairs that's taking place. Lonnie, you got some of those numbers. Explain to the council a little bit of the numbers that you had from the storm damage, please.
Okay, what we turned into the county was,
You're next anyway, Lonnie. Come on up front.
okay, I talked to Mr. Howard of the county, and we turned in a figure of $210,268.76. Now, these figures were all estimated up till August the 9th. That don't include no overtime or no expenses other than what we've already got written down. We purchased such things as like 400 tons of gravel. That's what it's estimated it's going to take. Estimated it's going to take $20,000 to repair the pump house. Dredging Cove Creek We've got it figured at a maximum of 132,000, could be 125,000, something like that. Because it's got to be completely cleaned out. Listing other items, and you have a copy of all this, is use of our equipment, overtimes, valves, water lines that we had to replace. We've had to purchase a new 100-foot of 6-inch hose to get water out of a reservoir. And so these are all things that we know up to date that we've already spent or in the future going to spend.
I don't think you mentioned the 6-foot culvert pipe that we had to replace.
It's on this list. I do have the culvert pipe listed.
Yes, it's third.
So, I mean, it's,
But all this was reported, turned into the county,
yes.
So that they can advance that to GMA and FEMA
Yes.
to see if their funds are available. We're not betting on the funds to be available, but we did get our numbers together for that presentation.
And Mr. Howard said the bottom line is just waiting for them to declare Pickens County and City of Jasper. And he said if that happens, we should and could recoup part of this money back.
Will we be able to start in repairs until we hear from?
No, we're in the process of repairing all of it.
We've already started that.
It's just gonna be a tough 2013. How many times can we use that to be in here?
How long
wait on the federal government to send us money, we gotta get it done.
How long are we estimating to take before all the repairs are done?
What are we on the road?
The road, we're gonna replace the road surface with concrete, much like we did on Squaw Valley. It's just a much better system. There, when the road washed out, the concrete should still be in there and much safer for this, if it were to happen again. It didn't cost that much more.
There weren't creeks there to start with, were there?
Small streams.
Yeah.
But,
Have y'all looked at putting a pipe in?
we've already got it in. We're looking at probably another week and a half, mainly the concrete work, and we'll have to build a head wall. So that's gonna be, we'll probably have it open, I hate to say, hope to have something open when it's not open. I'll be someone will call me and say you didn't open it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give another week or so, we should be finished.
That's pretty good for all that.
Yeah, it's looking good. It's some pretty good ingenuity there with the tree. I like it.
Did you see this?
Oh, yeah, I went down there. Oh, yeah.
All right, with that, let's move into the animal. Any other questions for Lisa? We didn't mean to bypass you so fast. Still being nice. Okay. With that, we'll move into the animal control.
Okay, Mayor and Council, for the last month, it's been pretty busy, everything picked up. Several issues with dogs and cats, and I've even had cows on 515 and cows on Middle Springs Road. The big thing right now is bears, and then we've got an issue with some beavers down on East Church Street. One of the developments, which I'm working on that, in the process of getting that taken care of. And on one of the animal control, you'll see this lady off of Bell Street. She is being overpopulated with cats. I just talked off the phone prior to this meeting, and we have worked out something. She's got several cats that are expected to have kittens any day, and she's already got 3 or 4 litters in her yard, and she has agreed to keep 3 of them, have them litter spayed, and the rest of them, I'm gonna pick them up, and we're gonna try to have them adopted out and take to the shelter and things. So that's gonna ease some minds over in that community, because a lot of people have been really concerned about that issue.
Thank you, Lonnie. Police report, Chief Lovell.
Police Department for the month of July responded to 585 calls to the 911 center. Responded to 36 motor vehicle accidents, issued a total of 42 citations. 27 for speeding, 1 for reckless driving, 1 uninsured motorist, 12 miscellaneous, 1 suspended or revoked. Georgia State Patrol issued 62, for a total of 104 citations. Had 9 state warrants taken, 1 false report of crime, 1 disorderly conduct, 1 theft by shoplifting felony, 2 theft by shoplifting misdemeanor, 1 stalking, 1 theft by taking felony, 1 auto, and 1 simple battery. Miscellaneous calls, 43 alarm calls, 20 disorderly calls, 12 harassment, 4 trespassing and ordering, 33 suspicious activity, 24 domestic, investigated, 1 burglary.
Any questions, council? Thank you, Chief. Chief Rowe, Fire Department.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. For the month of July, the city's fire department responded to 96 emergencies. Those were 1 structure fire outside the city limits, no vehicle fires in or out, no grass fires in or out, 7 motor vehicle accidents with injuries inside, 3 outside, 33 emergency medical responses in, 31 out, 12 other calls inside, 9 outside, for a total of 96. As of the end of the month, it was 762. Fire inspection looked at 1 set of plans for construction, which was Tractor Supply, and conducted 14 inspections, I'm sorry.
Questions, council? Thank you, council. I don't know if you mentioned that Steve's been working very hard with us just recently on Tractor Supply, trying to find a source of water in the old 53 section next to Cato Funeral Home where the Tractor Supply is going to be. We're having some issues, so being that we don't have much business here in the past, we may be back to you pretty soon with some business when we try to get water into that area, because that is basically 1931 vintage water system. And so with Tractor Supply, they're going to need more water for fire protection. So
if you look at like a topographical area of that and look at the hydrants, you can see exactly where the problem is. I mean, it's almost like a beacon when you look at all the other numbers. So it's a localized problem right in that area, from there up to the First Baptist Church in that area.
Anyway, just thought I'd mention that so we didn't have any really good news tonight. Thank you, Chief.
Yeah.
Okay, we talked about the other items of storm, JYSA. John, you'll make a little update on JYSA, please.
We're getting ready to have Jamboree this Saturday. It's always a big event. We're very proud. Wrestling will be getting gear come 1st of September. We're going to do starting in October. We're starting in September for the kids that don't play football. Just a lot going, very active.
How many children are involved?
In the total, probably 250 if you count wrestling.
Football and cheerleading?
Cheerleading and wrestling combined.
Okay.
And then we had a gator, John Deere gator donated, that we'll probably be having a raffle in the next few weeks. So you see a couple of kids selling it, this is all going right back into the budget. Also too, just one good thing to say about it is, you want to see our books, our books are they're nice, they're really sweet, we keep them up.
Someone told me, I think it was Allison, that $120,000 budget for football program, cheerleading program, which is money that's brought in by the JYSA board, spent back on the program, and that little $6,000 that we gave, the city gave them a few minutes ago, is pretty much the city's contribution, except for the ball fields, the lighting that we provide. And I forgot, I was talking about the football program. But anyway, yes, ma'am. With that, we have no other business tonight. We'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Thank you, council. Hot.